the Sixers are still trying to figure out what exactly they're going to do with Ben Simmons. They are still shopping the young star around. No requests have been made. They are expected to continue talking through the free agency period. But Brian Windhorst has a bit of insight into the situation in Philly. Take a listen.
On one hand, they're absolutely having trade talks involving him. You know, he is not untouchable in any regard. On the other, the packages that they are asking for him are being deemed so preposterous by the teams in talking with them that they feel like they're not really seriously wanting to trade him.
All right, Perk, I'm going to start with you on this one. We saw Ben Simmons in the playoffs. Do you think that the Sixers are asking too much for Ben Simmons?
Well, here's the thing. We do have to realize, okay, Ben Simmons had one bad playoff run, but he did finish second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. He is a guy that has shown us time and time again that he's capable of going out there and giving you 20.7 rebounds and 7 assists when he's at his best. He lost his confidence. But no, the Sixers are not asking for too much because for the simple fact, Ben Simmons have yet to reach his prime. And in the right situation, they know if he goes to another team, we could see the Ben Simmons of old. Like Domonique said, we can't be prisoners of the moment. Right. And I'm here to tell you right now, if the Sixers don't get back what they want for Ben Simmons, they probably won't trade him. I'm telling you, if they don't get back a package or a player that they think that compensates, or a player that's at an MVP type level or all NBA type player for Ben Simmons, along with some picks, then they're probably going to keep Ben Simmons. So let's let the world know this today too, that they're not just going to give Ben Simmons away, and that if they don't get a package, we could possibly see Ben Simmons in the Philadelphia 76ers jersey of the start of next season.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with everything you said, except for the point, I think they're asking for too much. I think that what they're asking for is probably fair for what Ben Simmons' true value is. But that's not what the market bears for him at this moment. And your point about him coming back, I don't think it's fair. He can't come back at this point. Joel Embiid essentially threw him under the bus in a post-game press conference. He is openly his agent at least, has openly suggested that he is okay with the trade. Doc Rivers seems like he wants to move on from him. Daryl Morey is out here openly shopping trades. Like, it's going to be real hard to bring any player, any star player back into a locker room in that situation. Then we put on top of it, it's a player like Ben Simmons. And I'm not going to pretend like I know his mental makeup, but we saw him in the playoffs. And what we cannot say is that in the face of some of these particular challenges, did he stand up and push through and ignore the outside noise? Like, he kind of crumbled in that moment. Like, we kind of all saw it. And that doesn't mean that that's who he is forever, but it's hard for me to imagine that just a season later, we're going to put him in a worse situation. A situation with more scrutiny, a situation where it's clear that no one in the locker room really wants you there and you don't want to be there. And somehow he's going to make his value go up. So I'm with you. He can go back to the other Ben Simmons, or he can potentially even become a better Ben Simmons elsewhere. And he is worth so many draft picks and star players. You're right about all that. But that's not what the market is bearing for him right now, because right now his stock is much lower than that. It's not a whole lot lower, because I think GMs around the league and teams around the league are smart enough to see what you and I see, that if you build around him, because right now this team is built around Joel Embiid, and he's not someone who has found a way to fit in yet. If you do that, yes, he can be great. But right now, that's not what people are paying. And if you had the true opportunity, like if you were right, the alternative here is you can keep him. If that was a legitimate alternative, then maybe I'm fine with Daryl Morey like arguing or negotiating from such a high point. But there is no legitimate alternative, because you cannot bring him back into the locker room. He's not going to play well in that situation, which means then his value just goes down. They need to train him before camp opens up. So if the price has to go down to do that, then they have to do that, because there is no good alternative that results from bringing Ben Simmons back into this situation.
Well, Domonique, listen, man, I'm trying to teach you something this morning, and I'm trying to show you the light, but you're just being stubborn and stuck in your ways like old people do, and I get it, right? But look, the Philadelphia 76ers were one game away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals, okay? Ben Simmons had the worst game probably of his career. His confidence was shot. But I'm telling you something, and I'm just trying to educate you that if Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'm going to repeat this to you, if they don't get something that they feel like that they want back in return for Ben Simmons, then they are open to keeping him. I'm telling you this.
Okay.
I'm not guessing. I'm not imagining. I'm telling you this, okay?
Okay. They can be wrong too. Like, smart people can be wrong too. That would be a mistake. This is not a video game. These are real people with real emotions that actually matter. And we can pretend like it was just one bad game in one series. But we can also accept that the man caught the ball by the basket and didn't want to dunk. We can accept that the man didn't want to go through the free throw line throughout the course of that series. We can also accept that it's really hard. And maybe you are tougher than me and all that stuff, but I personally would have a hard time showing up to work with everybody in my workplace don't like me and they don't want me there. And I don't want to be there. That's asking a lot for Ben Simmons.
Domonique, nobody ever came out and said that they don't like Ben Simmons, okay? And then second of all,
that's fair.
This is a business. You are getting paid. This is a business, and you are getting paid a lot of money to do your job. You just talked to me about mental toughness. You got to have a mental toughness. Show up to work. You know how many times players been in trade talks or some things to that nature, and the trade didn't happen, and they had to come back and show up to work and do their job? It's part of the business.
Okay, I don't disagree with any of that, but you're assuming like no matter how much money you have, that does not compensate for the fact that you may not be happy in a situation. I'm with you. The expectation is that you show up to work. There's not enough money, there's not enough professionalism that will make you get over that. Mental toughness, yeah, that might make you pull through something like that. But again, did you just watch the playoffs?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.